Okay, so we're here with George, and you did Putt Putt.
Yeah, Putt Putt. Excited about it.
So what made you come onto this project? Or how did you come up with the idea?
Putt Putt is my baby. It has been my baby for a couple of years. I wrote a feature-length film of vignette stories about these two characters, Will and Piper, showing the arc of their relationship. And Putt Putt was the sort of crux of it all. It was the centerpiece of the feature. And through my grad program at Fairleigh Dickinson University, I was given the opportunity to not only write and develop the script, but then in one of our summer residency shoots, I was able to direct the project. Which
so this was one of those residency shoot projects. Okay.
Yes, it was.
You got a nice crew then, right? A nice big crew to help you out.
I had, we called them undergrads, but they were more lackeys on set. No, our undergrads and our grad students, I mean, this was a 2-day shoot. And so we were running and
2 days. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, but everyone in our cast and our crew was all in 100% on this project from the moment we arrived at set on day one to the moment we wrapped on day two. Could not have made this project without everybody involved.
Cool. Absolutely. So how'd you go about the casting? Were they actors at Fairleigh Dickinson?
No, we hired out of New York non-union actors, Nicholas Turturro and Haley Batson. Haley, who is nominated for Best New Jersey Actress at this festival. We're so excited for her. We used Actors Access Breakdown Express to connect with hundreds of actors who were interested in the project. I was kind of blown away at the beginning of the process because so many people were interested. And then we narrowed down with callbacks and virtual auditions, chemistry tests, and finally nailed it down to these two who, after working with them in their chemistry test, rehearsals, the actual filmmaking process, there's no one else I would rather have play Will and Piper than Nick and Haley. Their chemistry is off the charts. They're so much fun to work with. Their ability to enhance the quality of the product on the page through their performances, and then also their ability to build on it with improvisation and ad-libbing. I tried to leave them a lot of wiggle room for that during the shoot, and it was just an absolute blast to work with the two of them.
Was it, since they did ad-lib a little bit, was it hard to edit the scenes, or was it pretty concise where it wasn't too hard to edit?
Most of the edit
kind of like in chunks because they're back and forth talking, or
yeah, there were some moments in a couple of the scenes where we had to match up lines that didn't quite match based on the ad-libbing and the improv. But we were also able to get two of my favorite parts of the film, which are the cold opening sequence and the credit scene, which at the end of each day of shooting, I said, all right, 10 minutes of improv or 15 minutes, however long it was, in character, just play mini golf as this couple. And we were able to sort of explore a little bit deeper into the relationship, not just the characters on their own. And again, their chemistry just took it the rest of the way. It was so much fun. And we got a lot of really good stuff. Some of the stuff that we didn't include in the film is just as fun as what's there.
So are you going to develop, since you have a feature, are you going to maybe get the same actors and kind of try to get that feature going?
If I could, again, Chris, the logistics of getting a feature made.
Yeah. But this is a start. This is a way to, you get this short out there. People are like, wait a second, let's do a feature out of this. Yeah.
But yes, absolutely. I would love to make the feature. If that could be my next project, I would. I'm comfortable also making short films, but yeah, if I can work with Nick and Haley and people who worked on Putt Putt to tell more Will and Piper stories through this feature that I wrote, that would be a hell of a way to spend a few months.
We do have a filmmaker who, over the past few years, they all work together, same characters, and they make short after short. So they're going to be there on Saturday night with one of their shorts, but they've been there for years. Same characters, different scenarios.
That's all. I would love to do that, and I've already talked to Nick and Haley about doing these characters again for another short sometime. So we can keep doing it. We'll put the feature together, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Is this the first film festival for it?
So we did not screen, but we were selected at the Alternative Film Festival in Toronto in June.
That's pretty cool.
I was fortunate enough to be nominated for and win Best Director in the short film category.
Wow!
So riding high on that win, and now this will be our U.S. premiere at Brightside in a couple weeks. Very excited to have the U.S. premiere in the state where we shot. We shot in Flanders, New Jersey.
Wow.
So it's a little ways away from Jersey City, but fairly big.
Jersey.
It's a New Jersey production. We love Jersey, everything about shooting there and developing the film there. Now to have our U.S. premiere there is going to be awesome. And again, 5 nominations at this festival. So honored, so humbled, really excited to see where that goes.
Just that type of film that just fits in all those categories. It's so hard coming up with that stuff. But I tell people all the time, if you might get a lot of noms, but it's not easy to win.
No, I know, and I don't take that lightly. So we're excited no matter what happens.
But it's funny because I don't even know who wins. We get all the numbers, and the trophy place has it, so I don't open it up the box until that day. So I have no idea.
Going up on stage and pulling out the envelope.
Yeah, because I have a big mouth and I would tell people, so I can't do that. So that's kind of like one year I actually opened up the box, grabbed a trophy. I was walking across the street there, the right side, and everyone watched as I dropped the trophy and it went in half. And I tried to dive and catch it, and everyone. So I had to give away like a half trophy. Said, "I'll get you a new one."
Hey, half a trophy is a story, right?
Yeah. So, and last time I was there, someone broke their trophy right away. So I was like, "Well, this person didn't show up, so you can take their trophy. I'll get them another one." But I don't even know if I got them another one yet. I don't even remember. Like I put this stuff away and I forget about it. I have a couple trophies here from years ago. I'm like, oh well. But that's what. But it's only we do this twice a year, so and we still have a lot of films. But this is our big one. It's our 10th year, so we're doing something special. It's going to be a lot of films, about 110 films playing in 2 days. So it'll be a lot. Awesome. And but we are kind of this time around, as we were watching films, like let's do more for New Jersey this time. So since it's 10 years in New Jersey. So we have more categories and more New Jersey films. So we have a lot of New Jersey films this time around. Fantastic. So it'd be really cool. And so how is the program over there at FDU?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's small. I live in Connecticut, so I was able to do my semesters remotely while working. I'm a full-time news producer at the ABC station in Connecticut. But filmmaking is my passion. That's why I wanted to go to grad school. But it's a low residency program, 2 years. All the classes are online. Twice a year, we're on campus for workshops and shoots. But across the 2 years, I worked on 3 short films. Intertwined Repetitions, my first year, directed by Michael Vezza, who I know is very big in the
we know him
festival circuit. And then actually, we wrapped production on Courage, directed by Ryan Gomes, the day before we started the shoot for Putt Putt. It was 4 days on set for Courage. The next morning, it was 2 days for Putt Putt.
Wow!
And I was first AD on that one, producer on Intertwined Repetitions, and then writer director for Putt Putt. And just having the opportunity to be on a film set when I had not really had that much opportunity to do that in the past. I didn't study film in undergrad. So once I finished college, I decided I wanted to do film. Perfect timing. But I've said since a little over a year ago when we wrapped on set for Putt Putt that those 2 days, and really in a greater sense, all the time that I've spent on film sets, however brief it's been, hopefully I can extend that. It is far and away the most myself I have ever felt. I found my place where I belong, as cliche as that sounds.
I get it. I get it 100%.
It's all I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all I want to do too. But then I have a million other jobs. But I got like you said that my college, I was in broadcasting and radio, and I did a little TV, and I wanted to get into film, so I ended up interning many years ago with Kevin Smith, and that's all I wanted to do ever since then. And I'm kind of still around those guys, 20 something years later. I can't get enough. And then doing all the film festival stuff and everything. So it's so addicting. I teach film. That's what I do for a living. I teach film in high school. And we are doing a program this year coming up with Fairleigh Dickinson University, apparently. Really? So they are working with us and giving the kids, I guess, some college credit if they go there for film. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's happening, I guess, in September. So I had to give all this paperwork in, and we'll see what happens.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's exciting times. But anyway, so we have it with the New Jersey films, but I guess your grads. Did you finish? You finished?
Yeah, I got my master's. The piece of paper 2 days after we wrapped on Putt Putt. So that was my graduate thesis, and I could not have asked for a better result.
Have you started another one on the side or get something going?
I am in the process of gathering a crew and finding a location. Bob Kniff, who I know is involved with Jersey festivals a lot. He's involved with Brightside. He will be producing my next short film, which I hope to shoot in Connecticut. We're still trying to lock down a location. But once that's set, we're going to start fundraising. We're going to start getting our cast, equipment, crew, try to shoot this thing by the end of the year. And hopefully we'll be back. Hopefully we'll be back at Brightside next year.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So anything that you would like to add, or any way that people can see you out there on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever?
Yeah. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Letterboxd if you're in the movie community, at Flowficial. Instagram, you can also find me at Flowficial Productions. That's our YouTube channel as well. We do a movie podcast, lacrosse reaction videos, broken chess, comedy impressions. So it's
we'll have to have you guys on our program here, this Smodcast.
Love it.
The shared universe. We have
Smodcast.
Smodcast was Kevin's. This is Min Chen's.
Nice.
Shared universe. That's what we do. We have 2 studios out here. If you're ever out in New Jersey and you want to do some podcasts, then we have one in Red Bank and Homedale. So we have 2
Hell
studios.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, that's all my socials. The film, you can follow along with the film updates at Flowficial Productions on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, we're really excited for everything we're doing.
It's coming up so quick. It's crazy. So
I know. 2 weeks. I'm excited.
So you have any other film festivals coming up after this, or any that you submitted that you're waiting on, or?
We are waiting on a handful of festivals. A couple here in Connecticut, a couple more down in Jersey. I know there's one down at Rutgers, and there's one in Montclair that we're waiting to hear about. We have been accepted to one more here in Connecticut. I can't share publicly what that is yet. Cool. We are in, but they are finalizing their lineup, and they want to announce it by the end of this week. That's so great. We'll be able to share that publicly on Friday. Waiting to hear from Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts. We're bringing this thing all over the region. Oh,
that's great. Yeah. So it's. Do you consider it I guess just a comedy drama? It's kind of, I guess, dramatic, right? With 2 people relationship. Yeah. It kind of fits into 2 different realms, right? Could go, because we had this separation. It's hard sometimes because we have the comedy, we have the drama, it could be both. It could be a romantic comedy. I mean, it kind of fits
I think
everywhere.
What I love so much about writing for Will and Piper, and I talk about them as if they're real people, and they are real to me after writing for them for so many different projects. But they've, in a crazy writer's sense, have become like my best friends, because at this point they are telling me how their stories go, and less me figuring out what to do next. So for Putt Putt, it started as just this pure romantic comedy in line with the tone of every other Will and Piper project I had done. But at the suggestion of some of my mentors at Fairleigh Dickinson and some of the people that I showed the script to, we noticed, and even in the rehearsals, we noticed that there were opportunities for a little bit more, not serious, but allow the tone to shift a little bit into something a little bit more dramatic.
Yeah.
And that, I think, makes both the comedy and the drama stronger for having the opportunity to shift throughout the film.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining me here for a few minutes, and
Thank you.
Get this out there pretty soon, and we'll see you in, I don't know, is it 2 weeks?
Can't wait. August 11th.
Little less than 2 weeks.
We'll see you for the 5th set on Sunday, 3:25.
Oh well, I am not ready for this.
Come on,
it's summer for me. It's summer for me, so it's like my schedule's all over the place. So,
110 films. It's gonna be great.
110 films, yeah, and a lot of them are the rerun ones, the ones we did over the past 10 years. So it's something different. I want to do something different for the 10 years. So we have 4 sets on Saturday night of films that have won in the past 10 years.
Sweet.
So something different, something fun. So, but it's kind of cool to see those filmmakers again. Some I haven't seen in 10 years, some a couple of years ago, but like, I love to see their progression and where they're at now. So that's
awesome.
That's the cool part about it.
Yeah.
So we'll have to, in 10 more years, we'll have to bring you back for this one.
You know, I'll be there. Try to keep me away.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Chris. See you soon.
Yep.